Right, so I'm basically recording some videos, and it is very late at night. But what I've decided to do is I've got an old, well, it's not kind of old. It's basically a light. I put another light on near me, so basically you can probably see me a little bit better in basically the dark. Because if I basically film mostly at night, it is dark, and obviously people might not always be able to see me that very well. So I thought, I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd put a light basically near me so that you can see that, and obviously the shadow behind me, you can see that basically. And I've got a few things to talk about, although I've got about 7 or 8 probably topics that I'm going to be talking about. But rather than record 8 videos in a row, because that's going to be a bit mad. I don't normally do 8 in a row and record them, so I'm going to do about 3 in a row, and then I'll give it a couple of days, and then I'll do a few more videos. So that will give me the... But then what will happen is I'll have the process of about 10 videos to upload. Not necessarily all in a row, but as and when. You know the process if you've watched some of my videos, how I do my videos, when I record them and when they go up, and basically things like that. And the first video that I'm going to do is basically 2018. It's a new year. I'm not going to say it's a new start, because I don't think I do have many new starts of the year. But what I want to say is, hopefully 2018 will be a great year. I can't really fall back on 2017 and say exactly what was good or bad about it, because there's good and bad things in everything. And that. But I want to say that Happy New Year to everybody, and I hope you all had a good New Year. I had an exceptional New Year as far as I'm concerned, and I can't complain about it. Basically, what I did was I hosted a radio show. Now, people who know me know that I do radio shows, and I was planning on doing a video to promote the radio stations and that. I don't really want to get into legal wrangles or things like, can I do it, can I not do it? So I just want to do it and promote the station as the best I can, because both the stations that basically I go to one, well, there's 2 radio stations in the same building. They're owned by the same people, basically, but I would like to promote both of them so I can give them the voice that they need, because they need their listenership, basically. But we'll talk about that another time. I just want to say that I did a radio show for 5 hours on New Year's, so I wasn't actually out celebrating it. I was on the radio doing a show, basically playing party music. But anyway, we're on to the 2018 bit. That basically, I did have a write-up on a bit of paper that I basically put down a video for YouTube. I thought, what could be 2018? What am I looking forward to in 2018? And what is going to be happening? And things and bits and pieces. Well, I can't say that I've got any New Year's resolutions, because I never have any. I never will. I don't like New Year's resolutions. I generally just basically start the new year as I've done every year, basically. But I do sometimes hope that certain things do change in the new year, because I think to myself, it didn't happen last year, I hope it happens this year. People may well know what that is. I might not. I don't have to disclose what it is, but basically, people might be able to work it out from certain things. But apart from that, I think this year is going to be a holiday. I think that's the main thing for this year, basically, going on a holiday, because I don't go on many holidays as I used to. Many years ago, we're talking about the 90s and early 90s, I was on a holiday nearly every year to Blackpool and so on. And I used to go and watch the darts, or some of the darts, but I don't go on holiday every year now. Me, my mum and my dad normally go on a holiday together. Now, I know I'm old, and they're probably thinking, why don't you go on your holiday with somebody else or whatever, but I don't mind going on my holiday with my mum and dad. Sometimes other family members do come on a holiday I have been on with them, so it's like a great family thing that us families stick together. We go on a nice holiday. And we haven't really been going on, let's just say that the majority of the holidays in the last, say, 10 years have been small. They've been big, but they haven't really been like yearly. They've been every couple of years, because we've saved up to go to America. We've gone to Florida and Nashville and Memphis and New Orleans, and basically we're hoping to go back to America again. But the tour that we want to go on is no longer going, unless it comes back. So we're planning another American trip this year, possibly only for about 5 days. It doesn't seem a lot, but it's good enough because it's actually to Detroit. Now, I know that most people say don't go to Detroit because, you know, it's not a safe place to go to, but we're lucky that if you go on a coach trip with things like this, they take you to certain places, which is the best way of doing it because it's safer. And we're seeing a trip that goes to Detroit, the home of Motown, and it's more like a soul trip. So it's like a soul tour, soul music tour, and it very basically entails going around with Northern Soul and soul music in mind on that one, Motown as well and all that. So that's the reason why we want to do this tour, because it's something we wanted to do. The tour we originally wanted to go on was going to Detroit to Motown Place. It was going to Cleveland, it was going to Chicago, it was going back to like Nashville. It was a bit of a longer tour. It was something like 14 days or 15 days, and it was going to say Nashville or Memphis again and some of the other newer places that we had been to, but we hadn't been to Detroit, we hadn't been to Cleveland, we haven't been to Chicago. We were going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Motown Museum, and other places, but sadly that tour is no longer going anymore, so we've had to find another thing going. And what we've done is we've been fortunate enough that when we've gone on a holiday, that's where we've been going. We've been going to America, we save up, we come back from my holiday, and then we sort of say, we're not going on another holiday for another 2-3 years because we save up for the next one. Although we did last year, did have a, and for the last 2 years, we have been on extra holidays back to Blackpool, which we've enjoyed. What we're doing this year is hopefully not going to go back to Blackpool, or we might do. We might go on there for maybe a couple of days again, but we might not, and just go on to the American holiday that hopefully we can do again. But that's hopefully the major thing for 2018 that I think I'm hoping to get out of it. You know, I'm hoping that 2018 is going to be a great year and that, and, you know, just like 2017, you know, have some great things happening. I'm still going to be pressing on with my radio, so hopefully that's going to go well. Hopefully there'll be some new opportunities in the radio purposes, so it might be that I move on to FM. I'm not going to speculate that I'm going on to FM, but there might be a chance that will happen. I do that a little bit with Craig Bundy on his radio show when I do go on there for about 10-15 minutes. We talk about soul music and play a couple of soul tracks. But apart from that, there might be a chance that I can get onto the FM to do my own show. Apart from that, I am stuck with PCR Extra for now. I've accepted that. It's been great. I've carried on doing my shows on there. And one other thing that I hope for 2018 is that there will be some music festivals coming up, hopefully in Peterborough again. Specifically the Willow Festival, maybe that will come back and possibly it'll get supported and we can go to the Willow Festival. Even if you have to pay this time again, because last time they were going to do it, you had to pay, but I don't mind. Or maybe the radio station that I'm at would be able to go there and that. So basically, 2018, I'm looking forward, I think, to 2018. You might go quick again because it seems to go quick every year now. You know, you're in your first month of January, and before you know it, December comes again. It's Christmas time. But yeah, so I don't really have any New Year's resolutions for 2018. I want to say Happy New Year to everybody for 2018, and I hope they have a good 2018. I myself, as I've said, you know, the points of this year will be that hopefully I'm going to crack on with my radio shows. I'm going to crack on and support other radio shows that are going out there, because I love some of the radio shows that go out there on air, and go and see my friend on his radio show and that. And hopefully the Willow Festival will come back, and there'll be another holiday to America, and that will be some of the main bits going for 2018. But as the year will go on, I will record more videos, more news will come up, and various things will happen, and then I will let you know, obviously, about that. So, until then, bye for now.